What's up, guys? Hey, I wanted to send out this video message basically to kind of give you guys an update on the webcam. But while I'm doing this, I might as well talk a little bit about proctoral requirements as well. And yes, you're seeing me live in person, well, on the screen. Yes, I am Mr. Chan or Professor Chan or whatever you want to call me. But in terms of proctoral, so when I talk about proctoral, now I'll talk about the webcam itself. So what can you not have around, but what you do need as well? So number one, you need your photo ID, no matter if it's your driver's license or your school ID. You're actually gonna have to like put it on the camera and actually it'll scan itself and make sure that you are you. You're gonna have to actually do one of these actually. You want it to be in the bright room, okay? And just remember, if the sunlight is coming from behind you, it's going to dim everything. You're gonna look really, really dark, okay? So you wanna make sure that the light is coming from in front of you, all right? And if you guys ever taken photos before, only a few times I'm sure, especially selfies, you wouldn't take it with the sun behind you because then it wouldn't come out, okay? And so what else is required? So this is definitely what's really important, but more importantly, what's not to be around. So your cell phone cannot be around. Your iPad cannot be around. You cannot leave the camera screen like this. You also cannot have a textbook around, and you can't leave the camera screen like this. You always have to stay in terms of the camera, okay? So you can never get away from it. So the other thing that you can't have is food and drinks on the table, on the desk. So you can't like snack while you're taking the exam. You can't have like water there. You can't go to the bathroom, so make sure that you use the bathroom, get a swig of water before you even start the exam, before you even sit down to start the exam. The other thing that's required is also a slow room scan, and you'll see the video of what needs to be done. And typically what happens is that you get a room scan kind of like this, okay, and then kind of show and everything else, and that is not okay. Okay, so first off, you know, they want to see your workspace, so you're going to have to kind of show your workspace, right? So as you're showing your workspace, yes, you cannot have other pieces of paper. You cannot have a notebook around, all right? And I'm using this this piece of packing foam as my whiteboard. And the mirror shouldn't be there, but there's a reason why I have the mirror there, and I'll show you exactly the reason why. So since I just put those away, so I scan my workspace, okay? So you see my so-called quote unquote whiteboard and also my calculator, okay? And then you are supposed to come on this side and do a slow scan. Oh, look at that electronic that shouldn't be on. So you cannot have the TV on as well, okay? So the TV should be off. You can't have any other music playing. You can't have earbuds in to play music. You can't have any of those things around. So there's no background noise whatsoever. You can't put down Pandora or your music to make that happen. And then you're not supposed to have anybody else around as well. So if you're doing it on the dining room table, you just gotta make sure that nobody else is gonna be coming around to the dining room table. So I would tell you to try to have a table and do it in your room, even if it's the what are these called? Like these mini tables here. Oh, can you see it? Like these mini tables right here that can, you know, fold and open up. You know, use 2 of those and you can probably make that happen as well, okay? And then, so the other part of the scan is this. You're supposed to scan, you know, around on this side of the table, okay, including your chair, and then you're supposed to go all the way around, right? And then you're supposed to come back up and now the computer is now in front of my body, so I can't even see what the camera is showing, but now you're supposed to do a slow scan this direction. And that would be a slow scan, where this would be a fast scan, okay? Which is what you guys want to do, but it should be a slow scan as you go, okay? So as you're moving, you should be kind of wanting to see the 360 view of the desk, and I'm hoping that this video turns out okay because I can't see the camera, I can't see the screen of what I'm doing, okay? So obviously with a webcam, it's a lot easier to move that because you can actually see what you're pointing at. With the laptop, it's a little bit tougher to do, okay? And the reason why I have this mirror here is to show you guys why the external webcam is important, okay? It's because of this. Ready? So you see me just fine. I scan the room, you don't see anything that I can cheat with. But if you look in the mirror right now, look at what I have around the camera, okay? I have a bunch of Post-it notes that you couldn't see as I'm going, okay? Because you guys were thinking, what's the big deal? I have an internal camera, why do I need an external camera for, okay? And obviously with math and sciences, it's mainly based off of a bunch of formulas, right? So formulas or steps that you're supposed to do. So, well, I can't have paper here on the desk, right? So I gotta remove this for sure, all right? So, and don't leave the camera like this. All right, so we're finding a different way of doing this because of the shortage of purchasing a webcam. So it's not even about letting you guys not purchase a webcam. It's more about the, inability to purchase some webcams. So the provost and everybody else is kind of trying to figure out a different way of doing it. So we're gonna implement the mirror just for summer, just this summer class, that's it, okay? When you come back in the fall, if it's online, you're gonna need a webcam. So that will give you plenty of time to get one. Nice part about the webcam is it's gonna be used semester to semester. So it's not a big deal if you get one now and use it later. Where at least the My Labs Plus registration, you buy it, once you're done with this class, you're gonna have to purchase a new My Labs Plus when you get into 1105 or 057 is getting to 1033, or if you're going into stats, you're gonna have to purchase a new code. And the code should be expected for you guys to purchase because it's kind of like buying a textbook, right? Textbooks are about the same cost. When I was younger, heck, it was, by the time you're done with purchasing all the textbooks that you need, it's anywhere from $500 to $1,000 each semester. So, and it's kind of like, hey, you need it. If not, you're not going to get anything done. You're not going to learn anything. So we're going to implement the mirror, and when I send you the message, I'll send you exactly the criterias that affect the mirror, and then. What else was there? There was something else, I can't remember. But anyways, so I can put this mirror away. So after you scan this, you're gonna have to use this mirror before and after the exam, okay? So then put this mirror aside here. So what needs to be in the camera? Now, of course, left a sheet of paper over there of what I wrote down. So what needs to be in the camera? The camera needs to have your head, your hands, the whiteboard, my phone sheet of whiteboard, your marker, and obviously your calculator, okay? So those have to be in the camera, okay? So you might have to put your laptop further away. I'm gonna tell you, do not use it this way, because number one, if I'm facing the laptop, right now, the whiteboard is right in front of me. You can't see it in the camera. You might be able to see you can't even see the calculator unless you put the calculator here, and then you're like, okay. And then you gotta go back here, okay? And obviously you only see one hand as well. You see no hands really as I'm writing, but you'll see the one hand when you're typing, okay? Don't lean back where you disappear from the camera, okay? While you're trying to stretch up. Don't do that, all right? Because you could be stretched about back here and then looking at someone else's work because my eye movement isn't there. Proctorio does track your eye movement as well, okay? So you start looking around and getting kind of sketchy then they're going to flag it, okay? So what I'm gonna tell you is that right now I'm sitting facing forward on my desk, okay? And you notice the camera is to the left of me, and it doesn't matter if it's to the left of you or the right of you. Bottom line is that it's to the left of me. Why? Because I'm used to moving to my left to get to my laptop, okay? So over here, yes, you can't see the whole thing of my, now, again, you're not the center of this. You're only part of the issue here, okay? So now you can see my calculator, you can see my whiteboard, you can see my hands as I'm writing, okay? So as I'm writing and looking at the problem and working it out, okay, before you even go and type in the question, it's not a bad idea to just go, look, there's no notes around here. You can see the whiteboard, and then you can go and answer the question, okay? And then you can erase, and put the eraser right here as well. Erase it and then go back, okay? So those are the requirements that really is necessary. So it's your head, your hands, your whiteboard and essentials there, and your calculator. Oh, excuse me. So those are the things that you do need. And I want you guys to understand why the external webcam is necessary, and that is the main reason why. So obviously in some of the courses, there's no sense of having notes around, but in math and science, there definitely is. So I want you guys to understand that and what this should look like. And it's funny because for the spring, when we were doing Zoom, they still didn't understand it even with this video, actually with a picture. So I figured let's try a video and see if that will help you guys. So again, look at this, guys. I am a good arm reach. I'm just barely touching the screen right here, okay? Just so you guys know. Or here, I'll point to the camera. I can't even touch the camera. I can just touch the bottom of the screen. So this way, you see the whiteboard, you see my hands, and you see the calculator, and you see my head, okay? You see side, wherever that you need. So if someone's talking to you, your mic obviously has to be on. Your video has to be on while you're taking the exam. So if you're staring off and your mouth is moving like you're talking to someone or lipping something to someone, then they're gonna flag it. And basically you're pre-recorded, and based on their software, you're flagged here and there. And you could be cheating. You could also not be cheating. But remember that, yes, you get a grade right away. You know what your grade is. And then when I look at the video is where I confirm, hey, they got 100%, or they got 80%, or they should have got 100%, but since they cheated, they got a 0, okay? So don't be surprised when you go back to check your exam grade, it turned into the 0. And if you did cheat, be true to yourself and just say, yep, I cheated, he caught me, right? So I want you guys to understand that. And like I said, any kind of weird, sketchy type of movement with your eyes, with your head, with your hands, if you're sitting here signing to someone, it's gonna flag it. If your hand disappears, it's gonna flag it. If you go out of the screen, it's gonna flag it, okay? So I want you guys to understand that. I hope this video helps you guys, but if you notice, again, this is the reason why we wanted a webcam, is because obviously for the note's sake, and with webcam, it's probably gonna be, somewhere here where you can see, the laptop, you can see the back of the screen so that you don't, you see if they have notes back here or not. Now, if you're at a desk, especially for the older folks that have their own business at home, and you're at the work desk and you got a bunch of, Post-its that is, behind there, I would tell you to take a bunch of white sheets of paper and cover all of that up. If you're a woodworker, then cut a thin piece of plywood and just throw it back there, just so that when you're scanning the room, it shows that you're covering all of that information up, because obviously it's hard to see if that is just a coworker's phone number or the quadratic formula. We have no idea. So that's why it's gonna always flag it. So take it as if you have me standing right next to you watching you, okay? So think of it that way. So again, no food, no drinks, no cell phone, no other electronics. TV should be off, no music, bright light, no food and drinks. Don't disappear from your camera. Don't walk out of it. No bathroom breaks. It is how it is what it is. So just make sure that you use the restroom, get a quick swig of water just so that you don't get dehydrated. You shouldn't get dehydrated, but thirsty. So hopefully this video helps you. And if you have any questions, guys, if there's one thing I'm going to tell you right now, if you ask any of my past students, I care about you passing. I care about your education. I want you guys to pass, okay? So, and there are some things that are better, easier explained in person than via message, okay? Because sometimes I have a hard time like explaining what I'm trying to get to you. So sometimes I'll tell you, hey, Zoom me, I'll give you a meeting ID number. So just open your Zoom and go. I don't need to see your face. I don't need this, you know, I just need to hear you. So you can stop the video and then just unmute yourself so you can talk to me. I would, most of the time you're not going to see me either. I'm probably going to stop my video as well, because most of the time I'm going to share my screen so that I can bring up OneNote to actually write the notes down so that you can kind of see and be able to ask those questions that you need to ask. All right. So I have no problems doing that. And because I have no life and being a single guy, that's what happens. That you basically have all the time in the world, when especially with classes. So so get the help that you might need. And online classes are tough. So my suggestion to you is maybe put a post-it note on your bedroom door and close your bedroom door, and it says check Canvas, check math, you know, so that this way, you know, dang it, before I walk into my bedroom, I need to go on Canvas and make sure I don't have anything due, and my Lab Plus, okay? And maybe that needs to be on a whiteboard, you know, on your bedroom door, or schedule a time that you're gonna dedicate, you know, 1 hour every day to just get online and make sure, or get some homework done. If you have questions on the video, ask that question. Hey, on the video on 3.2, from, I don't know, 1 minute and 32 seconds to 2 minutes and 35 seconds, I was totally confused about what you were talking about. Can you please explain? I might say Zoom me, and it's not like I'm trying to see you. I just want to know what your thought process was, more than anything else. All right. And like I said, I care, and I want you to be successful, but I need your help in order for you to be successful. So I need you to put in the work as well. All right. I hope this video helps, and I will see you. Well, I won't see you. I'll hopefully hear from you at some point. See ya. Bye.